A long time ago, in the mythical realm of New York City.
Enough of the phoniness. You're lucky I'm here, Or that other guy would have been telling you a bunch of phony nonsense. Truth is, I, Holden Caulfield, am not as bad as my story is. You know that book about a few days of my life, Catcher in the Rye? My brother DB wrote it, and I hate him for it. Such a load of nonsense it is. You really shouldn't read it. Anyways, it really makes me sound like a complete maniac. Okay, it might be a bit true. But I'm only like that when I feel like it. See, everybody thinks things are always all true, but never, well, sometimes true. It really gets my down. Well, if you want to know anything about me, you'll probably want to know that I went to that phony school Pensy, that my brother Ali died, and that I have a sister named Phoebe, that I hate everything phony, and I like to smoke Camel cigarettes, and that I always get fed up with school and I always drop out of them.
Does he have to say anything?
Well, that's why I'm here now. I'm one of those test rats in some psychology institute. I dropped out of Pensy. I went to New York just to have fun. I did have some fun. Drank a lot of alcohol, met a lot of crazy people, and got beat up twice. And in the end, I got arrested for, you know what, I can't even really remember. That's the problem. I must have been really drunk. So anyways, I'm at some institute and I have this crazy phony roommate who is really insane. I can't stand him sometimes. All he wants to do is play checkers. Yeah, that guy that I pushed over just a bit ago, He really gets on my nerves sometimes. So, I was saying... What's wrong with you, man?
Okay, it's time. Out.
For what?
You have to meet the person inside the storage room. Now, out. No.
Don't want to get a phone call?
You don't have anyone to call. Go.
Sure, a piece of work.
It's not funny. Go.
What happens to the ducks at the pond?
What are you talking about? Go. Sit. Sit there.
Is it easier to let go of that?
Holden, what a pleasure it is to meet you.
Wish I could say the same.
Watch it, Holden. You lucky we took off handcuffs. Let's get through this easier. Nice and no problems, okay?
You mind if I smoke?
It's not really custom. Okay then.
Fair enough, kid.
Let's just start with your schooling then. This says you spent most of your time at a Pensy prep? That's in Pennsylvania, isn't it? Pretty famous school.
And looking at this file, it also says you managed to fail nearly every class besides English. I can't say you look for the flunking type. Is there any story behind that, Holden?
Yeah. Well, they'll just say that there's a certain type of person that goes to the Pensy. You're all just a bunch of fakers. You've seen the ads, right?
Yes, I have.
Exactly. So they advertise about thousands of magazines, and then just some hot shot guy on top of a horse jumping over fences. Like if all you ever did was play polo or Pensy. And to be honest, I've never seen a horse there.
I always thought it was a rather sophisticated school.
Sophisticated, more like an embodiment of crazed adolescence. Everything's plastic and fake. You can only tell once you've been behind those locked doors. Everyone's just phony.
There's that word again, phony. I swear to God, Holden, that word just keeps popping up. You act as though you're the only real person in the world, that everyone else is simply a puppet, being pulled along by some invisible string. You've got some superiority complex. What is it exactly that makes you better than everyone else?
Could you please elaborate, Holden?
We also have some reports from a certain Maurice at the Edmond Hotel that you caused him some problems over the payment to a prostitute. Holden, do you know that you know that you are still young and these type of decisions really aren't.
Yeah, you know, I didn't do anything to her. All I wanted to do was talk to her. But she depressed me though. Old Sunny in her green dress. Jesus, just think about the shopkeeper that sold her that dress. He probably just thought she was some innocent schoolgirl, and that old Maurice, old phony Maurice. He shocked me in the stomach, you know. You know what? I've had a dream.
Okay, Holden, I don't care about your dreams. We also have a report from a New York taxi driver by the name Max, and he told an officer that a minor asked him out to a drink at the local nightclub. Holden, do you realize what this means for you?
Yeah, I remember that. Old Horwitz was his name. Real mental guy he was. He even said that fish are frozen in the lake and they eat through their skin. I mean, how stupid can this guy be? I mean,
Holden, what are these ducks about? You've been talking about them non-stop. I mean, do you consider yourself to be different than others because of these ducks?
what? Have you seen ducks? Ducks are like, they're free. They're incredible creatures. They're free, they get to do what they want.
Hold it, I'm gonna get the guard.
The guard's right over here.
Guard's over here.
Whatever, he's a little bit off his knocker anyway.
Holden, sit down, please. Please explain.
What do you mean they're free? Do you want to be free,
Yeah,
Holden?
of course I want to be free. They get to do whatever they want.
Holden,
And they get to eat as much as they want.
Holden, you're 18 years old. It's time for you to grow into an adult.
So what? They're ducks. I want to be like a duck.
Why? What do ducks represent to you?
Ducks, they symbolize everything to me. Have you seen ducks? Ducks, they live in a pond. They don't have to leave. They get to fly and go wherever they want.
Holden, you talked about the fish before, right?
Yeah.
You should stay in the pond and deal with it.
Yeah.
Holden, you can't be a duck. You need to be a fish right now.
Why? I just want to be a duck so I can fly away whenever I want.
Holden, you're almost 18. You need to deal with adult responsibilities. You can't go around committing crimes whenever you want.
I'm not committing crime. I'm just being a duck. I can leave whenever I want. I get to do whatever I want. It's simple as that. That's life to me. I get to do whatever I want. And I get to leave when I get hard.
So Holden, what do you want to do when you get older? Let's talk about that. 'Cause we want you to be out of this institution as soon as possible, but you aren't making our job easy.
I want to be on the edge of a rye field. I like a cliff where I can catch kids before they fall.
Holden, that really isn't a realistic job.
What do you mean by rye field and cliff and catching kids?
I want to be the catcher in the rye.
What?
The catcher in the rye.
The poem by Robert Burns. What do you mean?
I mean, I want to be the catcher in the rye. I want to be the person that stands at the edge of the cliff and I get to catch people before they fall. Little kids, when they play, they might not realize they're falling. I'll catch them before they fall.
Wait, Holden. Do you not want children to grow up?
No. But it is something that we have to learn to